You missed your target, ma'am, by user homegrown vegetables. This was a few years PC, pre-COVID. A new Target had opened up in my city and I thought I'd drop in on my way home from work to pick up some things, band-aids, water bottle and snacks for the car, etc. At the time I worked in an office that required us to dress very professional, suits with ties for the men, and for the ladies dresses, jackets, blouses, heels etc. On the date in question I had on a black suit and jacket and an emerald green chiffon blouse and 3-inch heels. Lady came up to me while I was looking at band-aids and she's holding a shirt. I wasn't really paying attention to her so I missed her question. I presume it was, do you have this in more sizes/colors, but she started berating me saying, oh so you're just going to ignore a paying customer. Me, are you talking to me? Her, yes. Who do you think I'm talking to? So rude. Me, you know I don't work here, right? Her, oh you're not fooling anyone missy. I know you work here. I've seen you here working many times before. You're going to be in so much trouble when I find your manager. Me, I really don't, never have. I am also a customer, trying to do some shopping points to basket. I also checked to make sure what I was wearing. Yep, black and emerald green. Definitely not Target colors. She storms off and comes back maybe 5 minutes later with a man wearing Target red and a name tag saying there that's her. I expect you to fire her. She was so rude the whole time. He proceeds to look me up and down and then apologized profusely to me. He then turns and tells this woman I've been the manager at this Target since it opened a few months ago and I've hired everyone here. This woman is not now and has never been employed here. She is also a customer. Is there something I can help you find? I'll admit I watched her face change colors with a certain deal of amusement. She settled on an angry shade of red, screaming at him to stop protecting her me just because she's pretty and that she was so rude to me, just ignoring me, and not offering to help me. With him trying to explain that as another customer I'm not obligated to help her, and that she should have just looked for a staff member with a name tag. She was still yelling at him, and at me, when I ultimately just picked up my items and left for the registers. Mistaken for beggar, by user old enough to bake it. 2 days ago, Sunday, I was picking up a couple of things at the local market and I was speaking with the checker for a moment and a woman asked, young man, could you go ahead and bag my groceries since I wasn't busy? Now I'm a lot of things but my head of grey hair suggests I'm not young. She was even more ancient than I so certainly, I'd be happy to help. It was just a few things and I winked at the checker that it was all fine. I asked her if she needed help getting them into her car. That would be appreciated she said. On the way to her car she seemed confused that I was carrying an extra bag with hers. I said those are mine and the light came on in her head that I didn't work there. She was a little embarrassed, but I told her she had me hooked when she referred to me as young man. Scrubs in Costco, by user Buse Appropriate 769. This just happened to me an hour ago. I went to Costco after work today and was perusing all the cute Christmas decor. All of a sudden, I heard a loud "Do you work here?" I looked around me for this loud voice and a Karen was walking toward me. She had the haircut, the yoga pants, the impatient look on her face, the whole nine. I am a nurse. I was wearing purple scrubs. Nothing about me looked like I worked at Costco. I asked her if she was speaking to me. She confirmed. I said no. She said no, like I was brain damaged. I said no, I'm wearing scrubs. She tisk-tisked and walked away, shaking her head like I was the dummy. My department store attire, by use Rooney Corndog. I had gone into an upper-scale department store in the mall to look for a dress for an occasion. It was my day off so as per usual I was rocking my ratty Converse, shorts, a tank top with a band logo, and hadn't done my hair, sunglasses on the collar of my shirt. I was feeling a little dorky for going into this store in the first place looking so underdressed as my true self usually is but was approached by a guy who asked, "You work here, do you know where the bedding is?" My brain literally stopped working because I had no idea why he would have thought I worked there at all since in no way, shape, or form would I meet any kind of dress code for a department store that day. I shook my head laughing, no, but I do work retail at a different store, I must have the retail worker scent. He walked off silently, I think I weirded him out. Because everyone that wears a lanyard works there, by user bodacious_frappe 1977. I stopped at Smart & Final, a non-club warehouse store in California, after work, still wearing my lanyard. I had on a gray shirt and black jeans, employees wear black shirts, and pushing a shopping cart with milk and detergent in the cart. As I walked through the dairy section, an old dude stops me and asks if I work there. I looked at my basket and back at him and said, "Nah man, I'm shopping just like you," he says, "but you have a name tag." I replied, "Yup." And we stared at each other for a full 10 seconds before I just walked away. LOL, he looked so confused.